Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you part 2 of my daughter's bedroom transformation. But before I get started, I did want to go ahead and give a quick little recap on the project. If you happen to miss my last video, it will be linked down below. You definitely want to check that out. It goes a little bit more into detail on what I'm working on. But in that video, my daughter and I worked on building a custom built-in for her bedroom. This built-in would have a desk, a little seating area with storage, also 2 bookcases, one above the desk and one on the opposite side of the seating area. After multiple trips to Lowe's, a few mismeasurements, but a ton of determination, we were able to build a custom built-in for my daughter's space, not only giving her lots of storage, but also a desk area and room to grow into. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all the finishing touches, lots of paint and decorating, so I hope you enjoy. As you can see, I'm going light and bright for this space. I am using the color Alabaster by Sherwin Williams. So this color has actually been recommended to me multiple times and I love it. I'm super happy I went with it. I also have a friend here on YouTube, Kelly from Kelly's Corner. She recently just repainted her house and she tested out lots of paint colors. And this is one of the colors she tested out and I fell in love with it the moment I saw her little paint sample, so I knew this was going to be the most perfect creamy white for the space, and that's what I chose to go with. And I'm actually using a fiber painting pad instead of using a roller. This is a game changer for painting. Not only is it easy to get up into the corners and creases, it creates it's so much easier than using like a paintbrush. I am obsessed with this thing. I've been using these for a while. You can find them at Lowe's, and they have like a little replaceable pads. So I just bought the handle and then you can pop in a new pad whenever you need to. But this one pad was able to paint this entire room, and I actually at one point used this pad to paint the walls as well instead of using a roller because I felt like it just gives a way better coverage and it's so much faster. Not only did the walls need to be repainted and all the trim, but the doors needed a fresh coat of paint as well. They were pretty scuffed up and looking rough. So I went ahead and took that same alabaster paint and repainted the door and all the trim that's in the bedroom. And I actually jumped around quite a bit on this project just because sometimes I would get a little tired of painting. So I actually move on to decorating the bookshelves because I just couldn't wait. And you'll see that I jumped to decorating and then I jump back to painting. For me, a lot of times when I'm working on a project, especially this big and this, it took a couple days, I definitely, just took my time with it and I did what I felt like I wanted to do in the moment instead of typically you would do all the painting and then come in and decorate. Nope, not me. I'm like, oh, let me jump around from thing to thing, but it just makes it kind of splits it up a little bit and doesn't make it so boring. So speaking of decorating, a lot of the decor that I'm using for the space is actually from Dollar General. So I went there the other day and I saw these 2 pillows and this throw blanket and I just love the color combination. So I snagged those real quick and I grabbed a few things that were on clearance. They were actually for the outdoor lawn and garden department. It was 70% off and buy one get one free. So I got some really cute little knickknacks to put on the shelves for literally less than $1. It was insane. So I'm going to use some of that stuff and some books and things that we already had on hand to style the shelves.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh 'cause I want you. makes me feel this way. Don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand? Look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need. And I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you.
As you can imagine, styling shelves does take time. It's a lot of trial and error, moving things around. So I worked on that for a while, and then the next morning I got up, I had to run to Lowe's. I decided to buy a hanging plant, and I also had to grab a hook for the ceiling to hang the plant from. And then we're going to jump right into painting the rest of the walls in her bedroom. So over here on this side of the room, we had her mixed tiles photos. I worked with mixed tiles a while ago on a bedroom makeover I did for my daughter, I think it's been like months and months, but we absolutely love mixed tiles. They're a great option, especially if you live like in an apartment and you want, like a gallery on your wall, but you don't want to like put holes there. These have like a sticky pad on the back. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just genuinely like them. And you can actually peel them off and re-stick them. It's crazy how sticky that little pad is, but it doesn't like rip the paint off, which is like really surprising. But anyway, I didn't rip them down. I pulled them gently off the wall, and then I'm going to jump right into painting once again using the color Alabaster by Sherwin Williams. Now, right here, I was taking the plate cover off, and I don't recommend using a putty knife to do that, but sometimes I just grab whatever's nearby. A lot of times, my tool of choice is a butter knife, because it is literally the most multi-purpose tool ever. But I'm going to take this plate cover off, but the one that's for the plug-in at the bottom there, the actual little screw was stripped out, so I couldn't get it off, so I just painted around it, and sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But I'm going to go ahead and go in with painting. I started off with using a paintbrush just like around the trim to get in the all the creases and stuff. And then I grabbed a roller. Now, I actually specifically went to Lowe's this morning to get this roller, and then I realized how much I hate rolling and painting walls. I actually love to paint because it's a love-hate relationship. I love it because it's super satisfying, and it's something that helps me like escape. I don't know. When I'm painting, I don't think about anything else but painting whatever I'm painting. But I don't like to roll things because I feel like, number one, paint was splattering everywhere no matter how expensive a roller I get. And then I feel like it kills my arms. So I switched to the painting pad I was sharing with you guys earlier, and I will definitely have that linked below because it is a game changer. If you have a lot of painting to do, they actually sell the painting pads in a wider version as well. I ended up just using like the medium-sized one, but in just a second, I'm going to switch out for that, and the painting went so much faster, and the coverage was a lot better. I only had to do one coat. I'm going to talk about this paint pad for just a second. This is not sponsored. They should sponsor me because I would sell the heck out of this thing because it's a game changer, but I just want to share like my honest opinion with you guys. So this painting pad, it works great for like cutting in like up at the edges as well. So I was able to just push it right up to the corner and slide it on down, and it literally it cut in better than a paintbrush would. So love that. Plus it doesn't leave like weird roller marks, because it's a pad. So you can like paint in all different directions, and I like that because I'm all over the place. I know I annoy the crap out of people with the way that I paint, but it's like I'll start over here for a second, and then I'm like, ooh, this spot needs to be touched up, and then I go back over there. I don't know why I do the things that I do. I just do them. But on a serious note, watch how I cut in at the top up here. This is like insane. Like all the times I've wasted my time okay, let me just say, this is not going to take away needing to use a paintbrush. But if your ceiling is already white and you're painting the walls white, boom, look at that. Oh, stop. Why does that work so good?
Giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. Promise you won't leave my side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, love. as I can be here with you, everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. I hope who I am is enough for you.
After getting this side of the wall painted, I had to move up around the door and then to the other wall where the dresser's going to go. And as you can see here, my daughter did get our old dresser as well. So she's got the dresser and the headboard and footboard that was in our room at one point. It's a beautiful set. It's solid wood, and we figured instead of selling it, why not just give it to our daughter since it was time for her to upgrade anyway. So it worked out really well. And then I'm going to finish painting. I know I'm driving y'all, I'm driving some of you crazy with this painting skills I got. Look at this. What am I doing? I honestly think the paint fumes were getting to me because I was literally all over the place. That or I was just in my own little world, just doing my thing. After getting the rest of that wall painted, it's time to go ahead and hang up a mirror. So this dresser actually came with a mirror that goes above it, but I prefer this one that I got from a thrift store. It's a really pretty, like dark, moody gold, but it's very feminine looking and timeless, and I thought that this looked so much prettier above the dresser. So I added that, and then just using these like little plants I had, I kind of just slid them over, but later on I will change those out. But in the meantime, I'm going to move back over to the built-in area, and you can see at this point I kind of had it styled the way I wanted it. So now I'm going to go ahead and hang this plant that I got from Lowe's earlier that morning. So this was tricky because I've never used one of those like little hooks that you put into the ceiling, and y'all, I made the biggest hole in the ceiling on accident. Thankfully, it's holding well, and I even like pulled on the plant to make sure that like it wasn't going to fall and like knock my baby out. But I had never used one of these like little hooks with drywall anchors. I put it on backwards and then I had to like rip it out. Oh, it was awful. But like I said, thankfully the actual hook itself had a pretty round, piece, so it covered the hole that I ripped in the ceiling. But yeah, it looks good. In the end, you can't tell, and it looks pretty hanging there. So the plant actually came with a pretty long hook as well, and I noticed that it was hanging a little too low, like it was almost at hit your head level. So I decided to just bend that hook and kind of take it off of the little net, and then, or rope, whatever you want to call it, and then I hung just the rope back up onto the white hook that I put on the ceiling, and it made it the perfect height, and I liked the way it looked a lot better. Once I got that all situated, I decided to be super brave and try, I don't know what is going on with my voice. Ever since I got sick, my voice comes in and out, so I'm sorry. But I decided to get brave and try to put this massive rug up underneath this bed. I've told y'all before, but this bed is solid wood. It's so heavy, especially with the mattress on it, and instead of removing all that, I was like, you know what, how can I do this? I saw a ton of people use a car jack, but I don't have one, so I decided to use the dolly and a container that I had filled up with winter clothes, and I used it to hold the jack in place while I pulled the rug out, and it worked like a charm, and I was able to get this rug up under here all by myself. By the way, this is an indoor-outdoor rug that I got from Lowe's. I originally purchased this to use in my office because I loved the really neutral color, and I like indoor-outdoor rugs in our space because we do have dogs, and one of our dogs is getting older and unfortunately having accidents here and there, so being able to take the rugs outside and wash them really well is I have to have an indoor-outdoor rug at this point, or a washable rug. And then moving on, I found a piece of artwork that my daughter made, and I thought this picture was just absolutely beautiful. So I found a frame that I had on hand that I got from a thrift store, and I put her artwork in this frame, and I feel like it just makes it look So good. So I hung that right here in between the closet and the built-ins, and then moved on to adding more of her artwork to some random frames that I had laying around, and I just created a gallery wall using what I had on hand.
People knew her by her will, to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours up the hill, serving coffee to strangers, talking about revenue. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survive the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back? Lately your afterglow is shining brighter, waking up an easy doesn't matter. Stumble across old memories, try to recall before they all shatter. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day.
Like, I am so darn proud of this space. Like, it looks so freaking good. I am like, I can't wait. I do need to put trim around the windows though, because it looks really plain without trim, and I think that's what's missing in this space. So I'm gonna run outside. I already got the boards. I'm just gonna measure out and cut what I need. I can do a quick little paint job on that and caulk, and you guys, it's gonna be done. I cannot believe I'm at this point. Like, it looks so amazing. I'm so proud of this room. So to add trim around the window, I just used 1x4 MDF boards and made super simple cuts. I just measured out the sides of the window first, nailed that up, and then measured the bottom. And then the top board is actually a extra piece of crown molding that I had left over from the built-ins in the living room. So I used that at the top just to kind of give it like a decorative detail. And the one thing I did notice though was that the white trim work just blended in too much, and you couldn't really see the pretty crown molding detail at the top up here. So at that point I decided to trust my gut and paint the trim around the window, and I chose the color Pashmina by Benjamin Moore. This color I already had on hand, but I knew just based off of painting it in my house before that it was going to complement all the other colors in the room. And even though it's not the same color that's on the accent wall behind the bed, it looks pretty darn close, but still has a little bit more of a cool tone. So it just kind of, I feel like everything plays really nicely off of each other. I'm so happy with the color choice. I will have all the colors listed down below just in case you missed any of those, by the way. And while we're chatting, I thought I would go ahead and mention a few little things that I want to do moving forward. So one thing is adding trim work to the outside of the bookcases. That will just make the bookcases look a lot thicker and a little bit more custom, like custom built. I just definitely went over budget a lot with this project already, so I was just trying to, stick with what I got for now. I can always go back in and add the trim work later. So I'm going to do that, but I would like to get my son's room looking good as well. So we're just going to kind of bounce back and forth for a little bit until I complete everything. So I did actually go outside and I cut a few little trimmings off of some bushes that I had with some beautiful little yellow flowers, and I added those to a vase by the mirror. And then I'm going to add some shells to my daughter's new lamp. We got this lamp from Bell's Outlet. It has like a little cork at the top so you can just fill it with whatever you want, and I thought this was super cute since we do go to the beach a lot and she loves to collect shells. This will be a great place to collect those and display them.
She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survive the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear
little finishing touch I had to make was adding a new knob to the closet door, and over time I have accumulated a lot of little knickknacks, and a few things that I have purchased, if I find them like on clearance, are like little handles and knobs, and I had this one out in the carport that was just perfect for the space. It has a little bit of black and gold detail, and it worked out perfect for the closet door. Now we're going to go ahead and jump right into the before and afters. Bedroom is done. I just filmed like an overview with my phone camera instead of this camera because it's a lot less like shaky. This camera does not have a good stabilizer, but I love it so much. This is probably like one of my favorite makeovers I've ever done. It looks so stinking cute. Ah, the white walls were like the best decision ever. I'm in love with this space. Okay. I just finished up this room and there's not very many projects I've ever done that make me want to cry. And I am so darn proud of this room. Like sometimes I think I should film this as like a vlog style, like when it comes to doing the videos, but then sometimes I go a little bit more on the professional side when I show like big projects like this. But just being like 100% real and transparent, this room I worked so hard on. I put my heart and soul into this project because of my daughter. And I try not to talk a whole lot about my kids publicly, obviously for their, you know, privacy and stuff like that and their safety. But she is such an amazing little girl. And so helpful, so kind, and if any kid in this world deserves this room, it's her. Like, and I'm not just saying that, I genuinely mean that, and it makes me want to cry because she's just such an amazing kid. And I'm so happy I was able to do this for her. It looks so good, and I can't wait for her to see it. Whew, she'll be home in like a couple hours. And I don't know, just seeing like her artwork on the wall, and like this is like the transition into like the big girl room, you know, like she went from having a toddler bed to like a day bed, a little, you know, kind of little girl style room still, but this is like a big girl room, and it makes me emotional. Skip over the little soap opera, sorry. I don't know, I wanted to share this with you guys because, like I said, there's not a whole lot of projects that like really bring tears to my eyes that I'm like super duper proud of, or, you know, like sometimes the passion's not fully there. I will say this is like this is a passion project right here. Like, I'm telling you, I did this with heart and soul for my baby. And I am just so excited for her to see it. So just counting down the minutes, but y'all have to let me know what you think. There's still some, you know, little things I need to do. I want to do some like drawers on this one cabinet here, or maybe just even like doors. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm just trying to pace myself, but we definitely went over budget a little bit with this project. However, I was okay with it because with Lull being the sponsor of my last video, I was able to use that money to gift this room to my daughter. So the sponsorship money I earned is what I spent to put into the space, and I am seriously so grateful for that. I just want you guys to know that. I'm like in an emotional wreck right now. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing this transformation. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, y'all. Got your eyes closed? Nope, keep them closed. No peeking. Girl. Oh. Okay, open your eyes.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god. Oh my.
I love you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, it looks so cool.
You had me at a low, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.